I'm very, very excited for this one. Man, I'm very proud of you. How much money are you making right now on your main channel? Because it's crazy impressive.
Happy to talk to you as well. In the past couple of months, I'm balanced at around 8 to 9,000 profit a month. There it is.
That's insane, man. I love that. Because that's the one thing I love about this business model too, is like you can say a number and your profit margin is or your profits are actually right around that as well because the overhead for this business is so low. So yeah, I love to see that, man. Maintaining a very, very, very lean business model there that you got.
Very lean, that's true. Yeah, it's been stable for a long time and it's really good.
That's awesome. Yeah. How long was it before you actually started seeing results like with us? Because like I said, if I'm not mistaken, it was quite a few months or even like years that you were running the channel without seeing results or not seeing much results at all. Can you kind of walk me through that?
Sure. So I opened the channel a long time ago before I joined the program, and it was making really low amounts, but I didn't really understand. And I got to your course eventually.
Okay,
And
okay,
I
okay. Liad, I'm very, very excited for this one. I wanted to chat with you for some time because you've seen some incredible results in the past little while. And I just want to touch on those because, man, I'm very proud of you and I'm very, very impressed with what you've done. So I want to start by asking, I'm just going to go right into it. I want to ask you, like, how much money are you making right now on your main channel? Because it's crazy impressive.
Yeah, so happy to talk to you as well. In the past couple of months, I'm balanced at around 8 to 9,000 profit a month. Yeah,
Eh,
pretty good.
So you said
Going
profit, which means what's your revenue?
closer to 10, but
Okay.
overheads are not that high for my channel now.
Okay, so you're like 90% profit margin ish.
Give or take, yeah.
That's
90, 85, those are the areas.
That's insane, man. I love that. Because that's the one thing I love about this business model too, is like you can say a number and your profit margin is or your profits are actually right around that as well because the overhead for this business is so low. So yeah, I love to see that, man. Maintaining a very, very, very lean business model there that you got.
Very lean, that's true. It took you know how long it took to get there, and like how much effort we've put into it. But yeah, it's been stable for a long time, and it's really good.
That's awesome. Yeah. On the topic, you to my knowledge, like you were doing this for a long time. So I'm curious, like how long was it before you actually started seeing results like with us? Because like I said, if I'm not mistaken, it was quite a few months or even like years that you were running the channel without seeing results or not seeing much results at all. Can you kind of walk me through that?
Sure. So I opened the channel a long time ago before I joined the program, and it was making really low amounts, but I didn't really understand the model at all. Like I got into it just out of curiosity and trial and error. Like nobody really spoke about automations or anything like that when I just started, which was probably like 3.5, 4 years ago. And then I came across some people talking about it, and I got to your course eventually. I picked you guys. When I joined, my channel was already monetized, but it was making probably, I don't know, $200 a month. I don't know, something like really
Right,
low.
right, right.
But I was very inconsistent in posting. I didn't even hire anybody. I was doing most of the work myself. Like I was using very non-sophisticated text-to-speech programs and writing scripts myself. And as you can hear, I'm not I'm not an American, so I'm guessing my audience felt that as well. Anyway, to make a long story short, I think it took me like 3 4 months with you guys to really start going to the next level, and probably within less than 6 months, I already reached like 1,000 and a bit, I think, every month, maybe a bit more. I like I don't really remember because that was pretty long ago as well. But I know that within the last, like when we finished the year together, I was probably more like around the $4,000 to $5,000 a month, give or take.
Yeah.
And I was at that point for a while, and yeah, it took me some time to do the next jump. Through the whole process, everything was very gradual. Like it kept growing a bit every month for a long time. Um, and in many ways, like I was always looking at other people in your course that showing like the results, and I was saying like they started way after me and got to the results way faster. But my channel is very stable, which is a very good thing when you look at it as a business. It's
Absolutely.
have the cash flow that's amazing, and you know I would love to have, like, I'm now working on another channel that can be something like that as well.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy with a stable income that keeps growing, and It's a real asset.
Yeah, that's a beautiful word. It's an asset, digital asset, yeah. And I agree, man. I mean, there's different ways to make money, but what you're saying here is you have something that's predictable, it's sustainable, and it's consistent growth. And those are like three incredible factors to have in any business and super profitable, of course, you know. And so yeah, I mean, there's different ways to do business. Obviously, or YouTube, you chose the very like search-based, you know, very affiliate dominant style of business, which is incredible for you. But of course, it's a bit of a slow burn method. But you now have something that you created again as an asset that just lives on the internet, that's just generating income. And that's another question I have. Like, what's your input to make that 10K a month? Like, how much of your time does it actually take per week, per month to make 10K a month?
I think that once I started taking your system and building into it, and it took me a couple months of some work as well because I wanted to make sure that the team doing it right and train them and be part of it. But I think that over a year now, like I already have a channel manager. So I think maybe I'm working an hour a week, maybe less. Like I'm not within I'm not checking. I don't have a time clock. Like I'm not checking every day, like how much exactly, but it's not a lot of hassle, that's for sure. Like most of the time, I choose topics and I just look at what's the end result is,
Hmm.
and that's the process is go like there's a system in place and everybody knows what they should like what they should do, and there's a channel manager that makes sure that everything is on time, on due dates, and that we make enough videos every month.
Nice.
No, we post around 15 videos a month. So there are a
That's
lot
nothing,
of,
man.
yeah, we have a lot of output comes out. So definitely.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. So $10,000 a month, 4 hours a month, it's $2,500 an hour. Good gig, man. Good gig.
Ah, nice. I didn't think about it that way.
That you should. You should. I mean, that's realistic, right? Because you genuinely are doing that because you build the systems, right? You actually systemize this entire thing to understanding, okay, there's tasks that I could do, or I could have someone else do it at the same capacity as me, of course, at a discounted rate, and then just have those systems, streamlined so that you can focus your efforts on more channels as you are now, but also more importantly than business, like your family. You know what I mean? Like, how much more time do you have to spend with your family now? Because everything's systemized. You literally have everything built out, like you said, checklists, and everything has its own. Yeah, everything has a system, which I think is a very beautiful thing. The way you set it up.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it's on top of a full-time job. So it makes an amazing side hustle and still leaves time with the family. So that's a great mixture.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, man. It's awesome. And so I want to ask, like, what do you think your life looks like now, having this asset that works with you and for you versus your life from before? Just genuine curiosity.
That's a great question. So many things happened, in my life during the time. So it's really hard to compare. Like everything changed. Like my personal life changed, my work life changed. Like, but I can say that nowadays I feel way more relaxed. Like I know that, first of all, even though like I have a day job, I feel like I can pick the day job, like the job I want to be at, and not everything is just about money. And I don't like always have to be scared about what's going to happen if the company closes or if I get fired or anything. Like I feel like I have so much more um, space or so much more uh, ease than I used to have. On top
Nice.
of that, even on the personal level, if it's vacations or going out with the family and stuff like that, that don't I don't even feel that anymore because it's not part of my regular like monthly income. It's just on top of. So it's all a game of how much I want to save this month and how much I want to use, which is a completely other thing than like looking at your monthly income and saying, okay, so I'm gonna like it's gonna eat my income. It's so different the way you feel about it. And yeah, we've been traveling more and it's amazing.
Yeah, I love that. Traveling with the family is always a huge bonus when you can kind of do it and again not look at the bank account and not worry about the bank account. I didn't you just go on like a big vacation recently? Like a really big one?
Yeah, we've been traveling for 2 weeks. in Greece. It
In
was
Greece. Okay, nice.
great. We took a
That's so
car
cool.
and traveling. It was amazing. Yeah, great time.
And that
Great
was just
time.
all funded by YouTube, right?
Actually, it was all funded. Yeah, probably 2 months of YouTube, maybe even less than 2 months.
Oh, so you went off on that vacation, eh?
Yeah.
Good, good man.
We plan another one for this summer. So yeah,
That's awesome, man.
we're just talking about it now, like deciding what's the next place, and
That's so cool, man. So
maybe it will
cool.
be.
Okay, last question, and I'll let you go, man. Anyone who would be with any degree of skepticism to join something like this, whether it's to do the business model in general or to work with someone, and it just makes sense. You know, everyone has their levels of skepticism as they should. You should always be a skeptic naturally because you know there's people with good intentions and bad intentions. But I'm just curious, you know, in your situation, you know you jumped in, you invested money on top of all the money you already had invested, you know, and trusting me with the ability to help you. So I'm just curious to anyone else who would be interested in doing the same thing that you did, you know, what would you say to them if they were feeling any reservations or skepticisms?
So I think that in the grand scheme of things, like if you look at it in the long run, the money you put in, like the risk versus gain there is in this model is so leaning towards the gain. Like it's not a lot of money to put in. So I think that it's okay to be skeptic, and I think that there are so many other, people talking about it online that it's really hard to decide who you should trust. I know why I chose you guys because I felt like there's no bullshit. Like I felt like there's like experience, and I felt like the way you talked is without all the flashy promises and more about like there is work to be done. It's a business model. It's not a get rich quick kind of thing. And if I think that if you're thinking about going and doing it, like if somebody's thinking about if he should do it or not, it's worth the risk. It's not a lot of risk, and the gains can be amazing. And again, we talked about my overheads. I told you how, like it's less than 15, like it's 15% tops out of the income. So of course it takes time to get there, but that's a living proof that it can be done. And again, I'm not a huge YouTuber. Like it's not like I'm not an example for somebody that is doing like amazing work, money and go on yachts all day. Like that's not what I do. But again, I think it's a very nice income. I think that
Life
it's
changing
something that
money.
life changing for sure. Yeah, and I think it's reachable. I'm not even in the course. I don't think that my results are the biggest or whatever. Like it's good. I'm happy with it, but there is so much more to be done. Like people can do
Mhm.
way more, and doesn't mean that they spent more. So I believe in the model. I'm putting more time now in order to redo it. So
Mhm, mhm.
that's what. To make a long story short, I would say that if you're a skeptic, just think about how little money you need to invest in order to have a way better future. And if you understand like the low costs in the long run of things, there is no real question, in my opinion. I would do it again and again and again every given day.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, I think everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people have the short-sightedness of the current situation, and they just aren't really able to stretch the timeline far enough to realize that, okay, there's a bit of sacrifice now, maybe for the next 6 months, a bit of financial risk, but really there's risk in everything. There's risk in formal education. You know, there's risk in dedicating yourself to a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life, doing something you don't enjoy. And, you know, so there's risk in
And,
everything.
I really want to say one more thing. And, I think that so many of us, me included, went to the university and, 3 years and nobody promised us anything, but we still did it and it costs a lot of money. And I think that if you look at YouTube the same way, and YouTube and other online businesses, doesn't really matter, but let's talk about YouTube. If you look at it and you say, okay, I'm going to invest time initially because the costs are very like not that massive. Okay, so it's mainly the time and the effort. And so if you look at it and you say, I'm going to put into it a year, regardless of results. Like that's what I did. I said, I'm going to do it if I'm going to get results or if I'm not going to see the results immediately. As long as I see some kind of improvement, it's not just money. You can see that the followers grow, like the subscribers grow. You can see that the impressions grow. And as long as I see that those metrics keep on increasing and growing, I'm going to keep putting the time and the minimal amount of money needed because, again, I can't stress that enough. It's not the real risk. It's not like the 3 years I went to the university and nobody promised me anything. So nobody's promising you anything, just a glance, like just a, an opportunity that in very good, like if you go and do the coaching, you improve your chances to succeed way better than if you're going to do it alone, even though there's a lot of information out there and you can start out that way if you want, but it can really make the journey shorter and make you meet the money or meet the end goal way faster.
Hmm.
So yeah,
That's beautiful, man. Seriously. Yeah, that was amazing. And I really appreciate your time, Liad. It's been an amazing journey with working with you, man. I mean, you're very devoted, you're very, long. I love the long sightedness that you have. Like you were able to say, okay, I know that the business model that I chose, like the strategy that I chose, is a little bit longer, but I know what I'm up against. And you just put your head down, and then now here we are. You know, all this time later, and you're in a completely different situation. So I'm very, very, very happy to have you, man. I mean, I've learned a lot from you. You learned a lot from me. So it's been really good.
amazing. Cool,
Amazing. Yeah.
Victor.
Thank you, Liat. I look forward to 2025, man. Incredible results to come, man. More channels, more results.
Amen.
Awesome, brother. Let's crush it.
Bye.